coverage for you tonight. The community of Pollock Pines now under a mandatory evacuation order. That is a community of more than 7,000 people. Live Copter 3 over the Caldor fire earlier in El Dorado County today as that fire continues to grow. Hundreds of families still under evacuation orders, waiting to find out if they even have a home to return to. That fire exploded in size today, causing devastation in the Grizzly Flats area, threatening more homes tonight.
We have KCRA 3 team coverage of the fire tonight, including live reports from the fire zone, and Mark Finan is tracking the flames. But first we begin with the latest on what we know right now. The Caldor fire has doubled in size since last night, growing to at least 30,000 acres. It's already raced through Grizzly Flats, and it's just south of Jenkinson Lake and Sly Park. The focus right now is to keep it there. The CHP warning residents Highway 50 could be shut down at some point, all because of the flames.
Here's a look at what firefighters are up against. Our crews caught these flames earlier tonight, and you can see the impact of the wind blowing those flames through dry grass and trees. And right now, crews are just working to try to stay ahead of the rapidly moving flames before they can reach more homes. And tonight, again, the community of Pollock Pines under a mandatory evacuation order. In addition, all areas between Mormon Emigrant Trail and Highway 88 are under evacuation orders. Also, the intersection of Perry Creek and Hawk Haven, the east side of Fairplay Road from Perry Creek south to Cedarville Road, and all roads of Omo Ranch from Cedarville Road out to Highway 88. Anyone in any of those areas needs to get out now.
And these are just the latest orders, but you can read about all of the evacuation orders at the bottom of your screen. Take a look right now. They are scrolling throughout this newscast. There's also a QR code there, and you can scan that code with your phone to find a link to get updated information.
KCRA 3's Brittany Hope has been with fire crews tonight. She joins us now with a close look at the conditions there on the ground. Brittany.
Absolutely. And first, I do want to show you exactly where we are. This is one of the areas that Golston was just talking about that is under an evacuation order. So this is Mormon Emigrant Trail and Sly Park Road. This entire neighborhood here behind us down this road has been evacuated. And that is where those active flames were all day today and into tonight. You can see law enforcement is closing off this road so that residents cannot come in and out. And that is because of the powerful flames that are burning just down that road. When we reached the flames at about 5:30, the Caldor fire had reached the Mormon Emigrant Trail. The winds here along this road are so powerful. You can see they push the fire across and up that hill. That hill is mostly burned already at this point, but when you walk this way on the road, you can see down here flames on both sides of the road. The visibility is pretty tough, and the smoke is just blowing fast eastbound here, pushing all that smoke, all that heat, and all of this ash. At around 6 o'clock, as we went farther east, the damage was clear. The fire has just totally jumped this road at this point, burning from there to there. And now the winds really are continuing to kick up, and that is the uncertainty that crews out here are gonna face. Oh my gosh, my hat almost blew out there. These are the winds that firefighters are struggling with. We drove back west for safety, but came across this. 2 hours ago, there was some smoke, some flames, but it was nothing like this, what we're seeing. You can hear the crackle of those flames. I'm gonna put my microphone a little bit closer so you can hear it better. Oh, that pop over there. Again, that is trees that are falling. We can hear them popping around us. But Alan, if we can pop up here, just a pretty sobering scene, seeing these 5 crosses that are still standing after we watched flames really pass through them. When we say that the conditions are changing quickly out here, this is what we mean. We were here 30 seconds ago. There was a small flame there, but you can see all these trees now completely engulfed in flames, taking up from the ground on the road, climbing all the way up. And these trees, I would say, are at least 30 feet tall. And following the flames today into tonight, as we saw them push more north toward the Highway 50 direction, this whole area here is just covered in trees. The big message tonight from CAL FIRE crews here on the ground, CHP law enforcement, they are urging everyone who lives here in El Dorado County to sign up for that Code Red system so that you can be kept up to date with evacuations. And of course, you can find all the latest information as well on KCRA.com. We're live in Pollock Pines. Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
All right, just stunning to watch. watch what you were going through during the middle of all this when all those winds whipping around you. Brittany, thanks for that.
And KCRA 3 Chief Meteorologist Mark Finan has been tracking the flames. Mark's here now to talk about where they're burning and where they're headed.
You know, and last night at this time, the fire was somewhere around 2,000 to 4,000 acres, and it was just getting ready to go into Grizzly Flats as it started to make its way out of the middle Fort Canyon of the Cosumnes River. So that's when the fire really started to leap and grow. It was during the nighttime hours last night, and it continued its growth and northward movement during the course of the day today. Now, you just saw Brittany right here at the intersection of Sly Park and Mormon Emigrant Trail. Pollock Pines is here, and this is Highway 50. All of this area has been evacuated in many areas to the north as well. But the fire has been growing, and as you saw with Brittany, it did cross Mormon Emigrant Trail. It's burning in both directions, and here's Highway 50. As far as we know, it has not gotten to Highway 50 just yet. I've overlaid the winds here because you notice the way the winds are blowing now? It's that typical downslope wind we have during the night tonight. So here's the fear, is that we could have more of this activity actually come the other way. And so while we haven't seen much activity on the west side of Sly Park Reservoir today, Jenkinson Lake, we could see some of that activity during the night. And that's why areas like Pollock Pines as well as Camino have been evacuated. Now, as we go through the night tonight, that wind direction is expected to continue, gradually veering more out of the southeast by sunrise. The fear here, again, is that it could move the fire in a different direction. But the other thing that this will do, even for those of you that are not in danger of this fire, you're going to smell this tomorrow morning. This downslope wind will carry the smoke down Highway 50 and across the western portion of El Dorado County and probably all the way down toward Folsom. So if you're in Placerville, if you're in Rescue, and you wake up or you start smelling smoke in the middle of the night, it does not mean the fire is on your doorstep. It just means the smoke is coming your way because of those downslope winds. Back to you.
Yeah, important to point that out for us. Thanks, Mark. Well, crews fighting this fire have had a lot to deal with, including the smoke, the dry winds.
Yeah, firefighters on the scene telling us they are up against a lot of challenges with this fire.
The fuel is about 2 months ahead of time in terms of its moisture and its drying. So we're also experiencing super low humidity, and then winds that are shifting, winds that are changing, and topography. This area is extremely hard for us to get into, whether on our apparatus, our heavy equipment like bulldozers, or even on foot for our crews. So we're having trouble to create containment, and also we have some great drainages which really fuel and force the fire to go in the direction it wants to go.
And we want to show you this. This is some video that we got out of Grizzly Flats. The video was taken overnight as that fire raced through the area, devastating parts of that community. Unfortunately, you can see here that structures have been destroyed tonight. We also know that 2 people from Grizzly Flats suffered severe injuries in this fire.
And this video showing what it's like for people who had to drive through the fire to escape. This video actually came from one of our crews that was following a CAL fire truck. But for some of the evacuees, this was the last look at their neighborhood. As we continue to see the impact of the fire, more communities are still in the path of the flames.
KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo joining us live right now. She's in Pollock Pines, where we know now that there's an evacuation order.
Yeah, and we are at a gas station that is seeing its first lull in the evening. Earlier this evening, it was just packed out here with people gassing up, grabbing some supplies here because this gas station is still open. And we really got a sense of what it's like to live in one of these mountain communities, knowing that that wildfire is inching ever so close to your homes, and then hearing that it is time to leave. Going neighborhood to neighborhood in the mountain town of Pollock Pines.
El Dorado County Sheriff's mandatory evacuation. Please evacuate your homes.
El Dorado County agencies alert people to an evacuation order in effect where they live. But Edward Sanchez isn't ready to leave just yet.
I'm stubborn.
He's trying to protect his home from the Calder fire should its path bring it to Edward's door.
I know a little garden hose isn't much, but it's better than nothing at all.
So he says he'll stick around.
It would be nice to come home to something when everything was said and done. Right now, the only defense right now here is the water hose.
And help others if they need it before he feels he needs to go.
I am able and willing to help out where I can, when I can. So if I definitely get a call, I will make that a priority because my family's set. So I would like to help out where I can.
Other people in the area leaving after getting the evacuation order. El Dorado County agencies joining forces as they fan out in the populated areas, telling people it's time to go before the fire gets too close. Edward reminding his mountain town neighbors it's times like these when pulling together as a community will get them through whatever may come their way.
No matter what our difference is, no matter what our color is, no matter what anything, our religion or anything, we're all the same in the inside, and we should help when we can, period.
And back out here live, you can see the moon over Pollock Pines. It has that familiar orange glow that it gets when we see so much wildfire smoke in the sky. Meanwhile, El Dorado County Sheriff's Office is informing people about evacuation warnings and evacuation orders. You can find those orders and warnings on their Facebook page, on their website. They're also sending out those alerts. And they are also, as you saw, going neighborhood to neighborhood, making sure people know it is time to leave when those orders are in place. Reporting live from Pollock Pines, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Melanie, thank you.
And to really get a look at just how big this wildfire in El Dorado County is, we took to the sky. Live Copter 3 giving us an exclusive look from above at the Caldor fire. From a distance, Live Copter 3 capturing the massive, ominous plume of smoke hanging over the foothills in El Dorado County. As we got closer, day turned to night. Live Copter 3 giving us a good look at just how destructive this wildfire is. Massive trees turned into flaming torches consumed by the fire. Aircraft attacking the flames from above. This helicopter dropping a load of water on the fire below. We also spotted this much larger plane releasing its payload of fire retardant. The red fire retardant lines visible from above as firefighting aircraft work desperately to try to stop the wildfire's relentless march. At times, the smoke so thick it was tough to see the flames. The conditions so dangerous, Live Copter 3 forced to keep a safe distance. And crews fighting the fire are asking residents not to leave their sprinklers on to try and protect their homes. The El Dorado Irrigation District says they're working right now to try and make sure firefighters have access to that water.
Take a look at this. We have some time-lapse video here of the fire as the sun was setting here, and you can see those flames towering in the sky. The glow from this fire can be spotted from miles away.